What's up, guys? It's your boy Cameron Bash here, and I'm coming at you guys today to discuss a little bit about AEW Games and the full lineup of games that these guys have just announced. Now, just got finished with the AEW Games 1.0 special event where they went over a few games that they've got in the works, a few games that they've got coming out, and I'm going to share that information with you guys now, show you a couple of the trailers that they showed us, and give you some of my thoughts on the full lineup that they've got here. So, starting on their website here, AEW Games, we scroll down and we'll see the 3 games that they have in the works. We have the AEW console game, which I guess is currently unnamed at this point. We have AEW Elite General Manager, which is a mobile game that they have in the works. And then we also have AEW Casino Double or Nothing, which is a gambling game, which, I feel like they've missed the mark with this one a bit, but I'll give you my thoughts on that when we get to it a little bit later. You can also sign up for the newsletter to keep up to date with everything if you head on over to their website, and that's pretty much it for the main page. Then we head over to the first page here where they talk a little bit about the console game, and as you can see first and foremost here that the game is developed by Yuke's upcoming console game currently in development by Yuke's Co. Ltd. Subscribe to our newsletter to receive news and developments. So, not a lot of information there, but in the press conference itself, Kenny Omega discussed and talked about a fair bit about how the inspiration for this game, how it goes back to No Mercy and virtual pro wrestling and games like that. And they did have a very early trailer, very early sort of visual concept of what this game is going to look like. I'll go ahead and show you guys that now. So I think our main takeaways from that are the gameplay. We get a little bit of a look at what the gameplay might look like. We get a little bit of a look at what the graphical style and the animations of these characters are going to look like. And we also get a little bit of a look at some of their plans for their game, that being intergender matches, as we see there the women on male action towards the end of the trailer. So that's pretty interesting. They're going out of the way to say they're giving fans the game that they want. I as a gamer, as someone who is active within the wrestling games community, I can definitely say that intergender matches is something that the community has been calling out for a long time, and the mainline series, the WWE Games series, hasn't really gone into that territory for a very, very long time. Obviously, because it's not something that they do in real life wrestling. So AEW doing this is a really good way to make themselves stand out, and is definitely giving fans of wrestling games something that they want. As far as the graphical style, the animations that we got going on there, I don't think what we see in terms of the gameplay there, the fast-paced nature of it, I don't think that's what's going to translate to the final game. I think that's probably going to be as fast as the game gets, and it's not going to be that fast in the final product, but I could be wrong on that. But the graphical style, I'm a big fan of, and it's kind of a cross between the All-Stars, the Battlegrounds, and then the mainline series, a cross between Battlegrounds and, say, WWE 2K19, WWE 2K20. It looks kind of realistic, but it's a little bit goofy, a little bit larger than life, a little bit arcadey, and that's fun. I haven't got a complaint when it comes to that, and I think it is definitely a good way to differentiate themselves to what is already available. But that's it for the console game, not a lot more information in regards to that. We move on then to AEW Elite General Manager. Build, plan, fight, win. Prove you got what it takes in AEW Elite GM. Developed by Crystallized Games, AEW Elite GM is the evolution of the GM simulator genre, taking the strategic elements of simulation and fantasy games to create a competitive and engaging space for the wrestling community to take part in. By incorporating the expanding AEW brand, AEW Elite GM serves as a celebration of wrestling as a whole. Fans take on the role of general manager, who is responsible for managing a roster of AEW wrestlers, booking matches, and running the show in order to generate revenue, new fans, and effects on wrestlers' stamina and morale. Coming soon to all Android and iOS devices. Subscribe to our AEW Games mailing list below to stay up to date with the news, blah blah blah. Looks like they're also going to be doing a little bit of a beta test for this as well, so if you're interested in that, be sure to sign up to the newsletter. And then we also have a couple of screenshots here. You can see there's going to be ranked matches in the game, casual matches, great matches, so you'll be able to play directly with your friends by the looks of things. Gimmicks loads out, matchmaking, various different things. Looks as if we've got a bit of a almost a supercard vibe going on there that reminds me of. Any more screenshots here? We're just cycling through the same ones we look like. We also did get a little bit of a trailer here. I'll go ahead and share this with you now.
You think you know tag team wrestling better than us? We are the Elite.
You think you're better than me? Ever heard of my catchphrase, video game dweeb?
You think you got what it takes to be a champion?
You think you've done the work?
You're gonna need a big personality and a swole mentality.
Think you can do better? GM Mode is back and better than ever. Sign your favorite AEW wrestlers and start building your league. Book your own matches and watch the action unfold. See how your booking scores in the rating system. Manage your cash flow, fans, and locker room morale, or else you'll be down for the count.
Build.
Plan.
Fight.
Win.
Be a champion.
Prove you've got what it takes in AEW Elite General Manager.
So when AEW talk about they know what fans want and they're going to be bringing wrestling games that fans want, I think they start to go a little bit off the rails here. While fans have definitely been stammering for some sort of GM mode within their wrestling game, I don't think this is it. And this is very much seeming to me anyway like one of those microtransactions, a lot of recharge time type of mobile games. I used to play a game on the mobile called Weed Farm, and a lot of the animations in this and a lot of the sort of statistics that they're using for things seem very similar to that. And as a player of that game, I can tell you that that is one of those sort of microtransactions, got to recharge on stuff kind of games, and this is looking very similar to that. The animation style, the footage for this game, I don't care a lot for. They do say at the bottom of the trailer there that it is pre-alpha footage and that the visuals could change. But it's very small writing. They've not really gone out of their way to show that very boldly. So I don't think this game is going to look much different come the final product. But yeah, it is what it is. This game is definitely going to have a fan base. There are definitely going to be people into this type of game. It just doesn't seem like the type of game for me. The part of it, though, that is probably going to be interesting is the the versing other players aspect of it, and also the ability to create private matches, so it does look like it's going to be a bit of a real-time thing. So it could end up being a fun competitive game to play with friends, and it could just be a nice addition to our little wrestling community to have a game like this on the side. So I'm holding out on full judgment for this one. I've not really got any strong feelings one way or another, so let's see what it ends up like. Now, their final game, a game that I do have maybe a few stronger opinions towards, AEW Casino Double or Nothing. Developed by Karma Games, winner of the Best Social Gaming Operator at the EGR North America Awards 2020. That's a mouthful. AEW Casino Double or Nothing features AEW branded versions of slots, blackjack, poker, and roulette, along with AEW music, sounds, videos, wrestler virtual avatars, gift packs, and more. Game features tournaments, master your poker skills, participate in weekly sit and go, shootout tournaments where you can win unique AEW trophies or millions of chips and top our leaderboard. Play against the casino, try your luck at unique poker modes, challenge the dealer in split bet poker and set poker, multi-table tournaments, win big, and once again coming soon to all Android and iOS devices. I'm not too sure how I feel about a gambling game. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Do you know, I'm not a big fan of gambling as is. It's not a thing that I personally subscribe to, I'm personally into. And as part of that, I'm not a big fan of sort of these types of promotional things when it comes to gambling, and these sort of flashy attach a brand to a gambling thing to attract more people to get into gambling. I find that to be semi-predatory behavior. And also with wrestling, with AEW, with the people who are going to be into the rest of this lineup in games, that's definitely going to be a younger audience. And AEW can talk about the demos all they like, and how they're the master of the sort of late teens and all that, but they've got that younger audience. They've got people below the age of 18, below the age of 16, who this type of thing is maybe going to prey on them in some sort of way. I think you understand what I'm saying here, and it's just I'm not really a fan of this across the board. It's not just AEW. If WWE were to do a type thing like this, or even if Marvel or DC or anything like that is doing flashy sort of casino games to attract more people into them, especially these brands that are typically associated with being for children, catering to younger audiences, seems a bit predatory to me. So there is a trailer for this. It is incredibly uninteresting. It is AEW superstars walking around a casino, just flicking poker chips, rolling dice at a table. There's no gameplay. There's no footage of the slots. There's no footage of the games being played. And considering this is the game that's coming out first, this is the one that's ready to go this winter, it's a bit surprising that there was nothing other than just sort of this random cheesy footage going on. So yeah, that's the casino game. I haven't got much more to say about that. Personally, I'm not a fan of that, and when AEW are over here talking about they know what gamers want, again, I don't think anyone from the wider wrestling games community was asking for this, and I just don't think that this is particularly great, a great thing just in general, to be honest. So yeah, there we go, guys. Those are the 3 games that AEW has in the works. We've got a console game developed by Ukes. We've got the Elite General Manager mobile game coming out, and we've got the Casino Double or Nothing game coming out. That's all the news for you guys. That's all the information that we have so far. If you want to keep up with the information for this game, you want to keep up with all the news that's coming out for the console, the mobile game, probably not so much the casino game, but yeah, I'll definitely be covering those games on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and let me know in the comment section down below what you think of all this. Are you excited for these games? Are you excited that we're having something a bit fresh coming into the scene now, besides from the WWE games? Are you excited for the mobile game? Is that something that's tickling your fancy? The gambling game? Let me know in the comment section down below. Really interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again for another one. Peace. Hey guys, thanks very much for watching that video. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more from me, then I'm live on Twitch most days of the week. You can find a link to that down below, along with links to both my Twitter and Discord server, where you can find out when I go live. I look forward to seeing you over on a stream.